I'm breathing deep, trying to breathe with intention. I am I am trying to breathe with intention. I'm trying to breathe deep. I'm trying to relax. I have not been able to rest for a day. My blood pressure was already up. I am not surprised. I'm not surprised, but I am disgusted. Ugh, I'm not surprised, but I am disgusted. People who are the most highly educated, people who are from the most highly educated states, how are you guys doing? How you doing? How you feeling right now? What next? What is your next move? Uh, People who are for real unity, people who are for equality, people who are for equity, people are for rights for everyone, for people to have the rights to exist as they are. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What's going on? What are your thoughts and feelings? What are you doing next? Because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm sitting here like I'm not super religious anymore, and this is why. This is why. Uh, but I still believe in a God. But this stuff makes me question it, and I'm just like, God. Did you know this was gonna happen? Did you know that your people are still down here being like this? Did you know that the beings that you created that's supposed to be, I guess, have the most dominion? Like, did you know? God, like, what's going on? I'm not surprised, but I am so disgusted. I am disgusted. I am so disappointed. Um, I'm very disappointed. Kamala Harris did worse than Hillary Clinton. Uh, her results are, as of right now, said to be the worst for any Democratic candidate since 1988. So the worst in my history was hers. And to me, that says that not only will we not have a woman president, I don't know who you are, Mr. Aftab. You're inviting me to co-host, but I don't know who you are. Um, so not only has America said, hell no, we will not have a woman president. Because Trump went against two different women. He's gone against three people. And when he went against a man, he lost because a little bit of common sense was able to prevail then. But when he went against a woman both times, all common sense went out the window so that America could slap us in the face with their truth. Hell no, we will not have a woman lead us. Hell no. Misogyny got its lick back. But today, misogyny and racism got their big kick in. Yeah, they did that. They did the big one. Because according to these numbers and according to what I'm reading by Newsweek, according to what I'm reading, and a lot when it comes to a lot of these numbers, so go argue with your mama. Okay. Go argue with Google, not me. Not only has America said we will not have a woman leader, but we for damn sure will not have a black woman leading us. You know, black woman, mother of all, mother of humanity. We will not have you at all. Which tells me that these other girlies who don't wear our black skin, but still some of them smile in our face and act like they were on our side. And that, as women, we're all together in this. That they went back and they went in that booth and they said, "The hell I'm not. The hell we're not going to let you have something that we can't have. The hell we're not." America just elected a man who stood in front of the entire world, in front of my children, in front of women, and performed a reenactment of oral sex on a microphone stand. That is who our president is. He just introduced so many of our innocent children to the act of fellatio as a joke. And these are the people. Yes, because Jordan, that's all you care about is lower taxes and better mortgages. Because y'all really believe that the Republicans are the ones who gave us that. Y'all really believe that the Republicans are the ones that gave us that. You know, this place is disappointing, and these numbers are disappointing, but not surprising. Not surprising at all. I think one thing that's so important for people who are like me to do right now is fall back. Fall back. Let them run their mouths. Let them scream from the rooftops. Remember the numbers, though. Remember that the most highly educated places in America did not vote for him. You know that song, I Got Friends in Low Places? That's a real thing. And there's still so many more of them than there are of us. Friends in low places, the least educated places. They're the ones that keep these type of people in power, and they will show up in droves. This place was founded on the oppression of anyone that was not a white man. And it was built and it was taken care of, and it was cleaned and it was fed and everything else by everything that was not a white man. And the problem is, specifically when it comes to misogyny, is that for so long, women knew their place. Women knew their place. And there are too many of us who decided to wake up and say, forget that. You are not going to continue to use us and our wombs as props while we do all the work, while we are your slaves and we are your muses, while we do all the thinking, while we give all the directions, while we do all the heavy lifting. And you don't even have to have an IQ above the number five. And you get to have any job you want to and rely on us to be successful in that job, and rely on us to continue to prop you up and tell you that you're the most logical, you're the best leaders and all that stuff. We decided to stop doing that. And if I am not speaking to you and if you don't like what I have to say, then shut the fuck up and get off my TikTok. Otherwise, you're helping my algorithm. So I'll say thank you and fuck you very much to that. Okay? If this ain't for you, then go take your racist, misogynistic ass somewhere else. Okay? Because from this point on, I'm telling people who are the most educated, who are not racist, who are for what's best for this place, to nothing people like you. We nothing you from now on. Stop. We have to stop giving these swamp things so much rhythm than you from now on. Stop. We have to stop giving these swamp things so much rhythm. Swamp things so much rhythm, giving them so much attention. It's time to fall back. It's time to pull away. It's time to mind our own business. It's time to mount up. It's time to start thinking more about our safety and protection for us and our children. It's time to start saving more. It's time to start scrutinizing so much more. Really know who your so called friends are and stop being so quick to call everybody friend and family. Somebody that I called a friend, and I'm very fond of her. She's not black, but she says the word nigga on a regular basis. And we were doing a holiday together, and she sat at a table and talked about other people who look like her, who voted for Kamala, and called them all idiots, and talked about people who shared the same skin color, about how they are taking their jobs and about how they don't need to be here. Know who you call friend, because if that's what they're saying, then what you're telling me is I'm a nigga to you. And what you're telling me is a job that I earned, I didn't deserve it. And that my ancestors and my relatives who are not American don't deserve to be here. And let the record show a lot of us didn't come here. We were dragged here. It's time to start getting skills when it comes to de escalation skills, because people who are full of hate, people who have a bloodlust, uh, people who cannot be reasoned with, they are dangerous on a whole nother level. So you got to be able to know when you're around them and how to safely get away from them, how to keep our kids safe from them. It's time to stop with these sleepovers. It's time to really withdraw and go inside. Go inside. Be careful who it's time to scrutinize who you're doing business with. Who is your doctor? Who are your kids' doctors? I mean everything. The people who are delivering your groceries. Do you want them to know who's in your house? Leave it at the door. Matter of fact, leave it at the gate. Don't even come on the property. It's time to pay attention and start being real, real, real wise and even sharper and quiet. Get quiet to a degree. Pay attention to who you're having conversations with, because most people don't need to be a part of it. It's time to pay attention to the food, pay attention to the money, everything so much more. Somebody commented, "Your body, my choice." And it's not a joke. It's not a joke, because that is literally what this vote just said. Your body, my choice. This was about good versus evil. This was about going backwards or going forward. And your neighbors and your friends and the people you sit next to in church and the people that are raising the children that are next to your kids in school, they have said, we want to drag you back. We want to drag you back. We want to drag your children back. So this is a day to allow them to gloat, to allow them to show us who they are. This is definitely a day for that. Allow them, allow them to show you who they are, so you know who to nothing, so you know who to step away from, to stop giving money to stop giving attention to, including these pick me women. who would vote against their own interests, against us and our children. That's what we do right now. We pay attention. The one good thing about this is it allows and it emboldens people who are full of hate and toxicity to come out from the swamps, to come out from their caves, to come out from all those places that they've been and show their face. Because we need to see them. We need to see and we need to hear. So just watch. Watch, fight, and pray and plan. Watch, fight, play. Let them play in our faces. Watch, fight, pray, and plan. It's time to close legs as well. It's time to close legs and close wallets. It's literally time to nothing a whole lot of people. Like they get nothing. Nothing. No sex, no care, no nurturing, no nothing. I got a conference call to get on. The one good thing about this moment is the truth of America has definitely shown up again. And when someone, including entities, including countries, show you who they are, believe them. We knew it. And no matter how much we fight and fight for progress, for good, for equity, for equality, there's a certain level because it's in the roots. It's in the roots of this place. There are elements that refuse to die. And racism and misogyny, which is what it was founded on, is still here. It's still alive and it's still well. And that is something, it's a very hard, disappointing, disgusting reminder. But when you have the truth in your face, you know what you're dealing with. So you also know that you got to have a plan against it. You got to know how to move in the face of that. All right. Got to get to this meeting.